What's up, guys? Major breaking news. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into the latest on what's going on. And remember, all of this is just speculation right now, but it's major, major breaking news. We know that Don Jr., I believe he just got married today, Saturday. Trump canceled all of his plans and rushed back to the White House. Him and JD Vance, they rushed back to the White House. I saw their motorcade. When I tell you they rushed back to the White House, they were rushing back to the White House. There's a lot of rumors going on right now. Allegedly, the IRGC had a plot on Ivanka Trump's life. They had the blueprints to her house, allegedly. If that's the case, he's getting ready to obliterate them, if that's the case. But according to news reports, he's close to a deal with Iran. They close to a peace deal. So right now, it's going down. He rushed back to the White House, guys. He canceled all of his plans. He canceled all of his plans. JD Vance is rushing back to the White House. Everybody rushed. When I tell you they were rushing, that cars were going fast as fuck. They were rushing back to the White House. Remember, like I said, his son got married. So he was at the wedding. He left the wedding and hauled ass. So if there's a deal, I don't know. We don't know. There's a lot of rumors being speculated right now. Some people are speculating that there was a plot. There was a plot on Ivanka's life, saying that they had the blueprints to her house, the IRGC. Um, we don't know yet. We don't know why he's rushing back like this, but his plans have been canceled. Now, my thing is, if they reach the deal, he can just do that at Mar-a-Lago. If they reach the deal, he don't have to rush back to the White House for that. I heard they going to the war room. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, they said it's going down right now. You know what I'm saying, in a major way. And I'm just keeping up on this because, like I said, you can't believe everything you hear, and everything is all speculative right now. He said Iran would never give up their uranium. I know, and he knows that too. He know that they're not doing it. When I tell you they rushed back, I ain't never seen them cars go that fast. They were not only was he rushing back, Vance was on his way too, and he was just at the wedding today. You know what I'm saying? Don Jr. and them, he got married and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And so it might be going down, guys. I don't know, but everybody's is the rumor mill is spreading right now. Why would he cancel all his holiday plans and rush back like this? Okay, so there's some major news, but trust me, let me tell you this: if they do something drastic, we're gonna know after the fact. Okay, but let me just say this: if the rumor mill is true, if they did have a plot on her, he getting ready to obliterate him. I'm just telling y'all this. He getting ready to just do it for real. Like if it's like that. But that's just a rumor. You know what I'm saying? The vloggers are going crazy right now. So I'm just keeping my eye to the internet streets to see what's happening. No, we're not gonna know anything. If they do something drastic to that country, we're not gonna know until the news tell us. We're not gonna know. We're not gonna know. And then I heard there was some activity with the Russian nuclear ships. I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a few states that were put on warning today. A few states in the United States. Damn, you heard me, a few states in the United States. Y'all know what I mean. All this was going down on the holiday. But you know what I'm saying? I always, keep my ear to this right here. I've been keeping my ear to this Iranian conflict. I haven't been talking about it, but I've been keeping my ear to it to see what's going on. Every day I'm trying to see what's going on, moving and shaking in the White House. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's what's happening right now. Guys, when I tell you, if you go look at the video, you tell me if that wasn't a sense of urgency, the way that car was moving, the way that beast was moving, guys, that thing was moving fast. I ain't never seen it move that fast. They were rushing him back. I'm like, is something wrong with him? Because they were rushing him back. That car was rushing and had a sense of urgency. If that car could fly, it would fly. If it could fly. That's how it was. That's how it was going. And the JD Vance SUV was doing the same thing. You said diversion upon diversion, maybe as a telegraph. Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, welcome back. Yo, please give me a like to be greatly appreciated. There's some breaking news going on in the nation capital. Trump, he canceled all his plans. His boy just got married. You know what I'm saying? But he had to go cancel all of that and get back to the White House. Guys, when I tell you that car was flying, that car was flying. That don't sound like he rushed into no peace deal. That does it don't look like it. But I heard on the news that they're close to a deal. No, it ain't no medical issue. I saw him walking. Nope. And he didn't look happy. No, it wasn't no medical situation. It wasn't no medical situation. He was rushing back to the White House. Some people speculating that he going to the war room. No, it's not a medical situation. Because I saw him walking. He didn't talk to reporters or nothing. They whisked him back to the White House. It was like a sense of urgency. And JD Vance was behind them. Okay. And my thing is, it's the holiday. His son just got married, John Jr. Why is he canceling his plans? Something is going on. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it's for the best. Dude, it was in high speed. It was a high speed situation. They were heading back to the White. It was high speed, man. And it was multiple cars. It was multiple with the lights flashing. It was multiple. They were flying. You said whatever it is, we need to pray because I heard some rumors that some states were put on notice, and then there was some activity with Russia, and but that's all speculative. Nothing has been confirmed, right? But what's been confirmed though, he canceled all his plans, and I heard a rumor mill that there was a plot on Ivanka's life. Okay, and they're saying that allegedly the IRGC had her the coordinates to her house and had the blueprints to her house. Jared Kushner's there too, and her kids. So if they try something, he getting ready to get all way sick with it, guys. If that's literally the case, he getting ready to get sick with it. I'm just telling you all this. I'm just telling you all this because I would do the same thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said it's going to Kiev right now. Oh, so you did read that. Okay, so I'm not the only. So what do you think? Excuse me. What do you think they're going to do in Kiev? You think they're going to try to make an offensive move in Kiev right now? So maybe he could be thinking about that too while he rushing back to the White House. But I heard on the news they said that they're close to a peace deal. Why? So why are you rushing back on a peace deal? You said I have to rush back home sometime. Yeah, me too. I had to rush back up and had to go to the bathroom. It's a lot going on right now, guys. It is. I can feel it. I can feel it's intense. I can feel it. The way he was rushing back and the look on his face. Fam. Not the look on his face. Oh no. Oh no. And Vance is down with it too. Vance is all the way down with it. You know what I'm saying? If he need Vance blessing, he got it. Mr. President, push that button. If he, you know what I'm saying? He push that button, man. Let's get it over with. Push the button. It will turn into a parking lot. Let's get it over with. But hopefully that ain't the case. But here's the thing. A friend of mine hit me up. A friend of mine hit me up, and she is Persian. She wasn't born in Iran. She was born here in New York City. You know what she said? I hope he pushed the button, yo. That's what she said. So we can free our people up. They've been waiting for him to drop it. They've been waiting. She was like, when is he gonna do it? She said, we can't do this no more. She was like, we don't want to be under their rule. Let him drop it. That's what she's saying. Drop it. I said, are you serious? I said, you got family there and stuff. She said, yeah, we prepared for it. We good. She said, trust me. She's like, we want him to drop it. I said, I don't know if that's happening. She said, yeah, we don't want no peace deal. She said, we don't want one. She said, because then we're going to go back to, she said, my family can't even go back there. She said her family had to flee, her family fled Iran back in the 70s. That's what she told me. She was born in New York City, but her older brother, her two older brother and sister were born in Iran. But her parents, they had to make a decision, she said, and they fled Iran in the 70s because either that or it wouldn't be no more family. You said, damn, shot fired outside the White House. Bro, it's going down, guys. It's going, guys. When I tell you, yo, it's going. No, I don't know. Did you just? Did you? No, you are you just saying it, or was it a shot outside the White House? I don't know. I haven't confirmed that yet. Oh, Christy, come on, man. Are you sure? Or are you just saying that? Can somebody confirm that? I ain't saying you lying, Christy. Rumors of snipers on the White House roof. There's always snipers on the White House roof. Just to let y'all know, there's always anytime the president there, the snipers are there. When I was in eighth grade, I saw them personally. They were on the roof when we were there. When Bush, who was when I was in eighth grade, who was the president? Let me think, because we were graduating eighth grade. It was Bush Senior. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was Bush Senior. It was Bush Senior was in the White House at the time, and he was there. And we were supposed to go inside the White House that day, but we couldn't. They shut it down. But the snipers were on the roof. They always on the roof. You just say you saw it on Twitter. Reporters were rushed into the briefing room. Yeah, something going down, guys. I think Iran is making an offensive right now. Iran is going on the offensive. Trump is getting ready to drop that. He getting ready to drop it, dog. If it's all true, he getting ready to drop it. You'll get them codes ready. Get them codes ready, because you know what I'm saying. It's getting there. But it's all speculative right now. But when I tell you he rushed back to the White House, guys, when that damn, it's a lot of cops activity out here right now. I don't know what's going on out here. It's a lot of shots fired outside the White House. Guys, it's going down, yo. I told you his car was flying. It was flying to the White House. I ain't never seen that thing go that fast. Never. And he got out. He was right in the White. They got out. It was almost like he was running. He got out. Let's go. And Vance was right behind him. This might be some type of issue going on. It's because they said he was close to a peace deal. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they close to no kind of peace. He said they were. I don't think so. Hold on, let me check. I don't know what's going on where I'm at, but there's a lot of police activity right now. Guys, be safe this holiday. Watch your back and be safe this holiday. If you see something going down, get up out the way. I know that's horrible advice, but I don't know how else to say it. Shots fired outside the White House. Okay. It says gunshots reported on the north lawn of the White House shortly at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Damn, that was 30 minutes ago. Secret Service officers holding rifles immediately secured the area. Guys, oh my God. Holy crap. Yeah, guys, it was shooting outside the White House. The Secret Service, dude, they got sniped. There's snipers on the roof, but you never see them pointed though. The dude got his eye on the scope. Yeah, man, it's going down, yo. They shot one person near the White House. No, no, excuse me, that was 3 weeks ago. This new thing right here was 16 minutes ago, 18 minutes ago. It said here dozens of gunshots near the White House Saturday. Reporters were secured inside the White House. They did get the reporters in the White House. They did get them in there. White House, yeah, it triggered a lockdown, rapid response from the U.S. Secret Service. A Secret Service official told CNN that the agency was investigating reports of shots fired near the corner of 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, which is just outside the White House complex. Members of the press corps on the North Lawn were rushed into the White House briefing room. The reason why they was out there because the president came back. That's why they were out there inside the White, because they normally just don't just hang out there. Inside the White House, reporters were told to shelter in place as the Secret Service agents shout, "Get down," and warn shots fired. One reporter said sounds appeared to come from the Eisenhower executive office building outside the White House complex. This is very near the, guys, this is very near the White House. This wasn't on the street. This is like literally very near there. Secret Service agents carry rifles, could be seen moving throughout the North Lawn area following the incident and blocking the White House press briefing room. CNN has reached out to the White House for comment. This is a developing story as it updates. Okay, so basically, guys, what happened was the reason why I went live because there was breaking news that Trump was being rushed back to the White House. It was breaking news that he was being rushed back to the White House. It was almost no, he nothing happened to. I saw him. I saw him get out the car. He was rushing back to the White House. Some people are speculating that he was headed to the war room because he canceled all his plans. It said Trump canceled all his plans. He canceled all of them immediately because remember, Don Jr. just got married today. His son got his junior just got married for the second time. Okay, Kai just graduated day before, so they were having a big celebration. He canceled everything. He rushed back to the White. I'm talking about that car was driving so fast. I thought something happened to him. The way the car was driving so fast. And then I saw Vance right behind driving is just as fast. And then I saw him get out. So nothing was wrong with him. They said he was headed back to the situation room. And it's like not I don't know if it's an it looked like it might be an emergency. So I don't know. There's speculation that there was an attempt plot on Ivanka. So I don't know if that has something to do with it or whatever the case is. But something going down though. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this for all I know. Yeah, so we'll find out at some point what's going on. We're gonna definitely find out one way or the other. We just gotta let the news circulate right now because all this is just going down as I went live. I said, let me go live, see what y'all hearing. Because I'm like, am I tripping? Did y'all see that car moving or am I tripping? That thing, guys, it was like at high speed. It was at high speed. It was like I can't let it play. I'm on my cell phone. I can't show video because I'm on the YouTube app. But the thing is, that car was at high speed. I was like, yo, is something going on with him? No, that wasn't pistols. That was the Secret Service shooting back. Oh, the circumstance. Oh, you want running back the circumstances? Okay, so what happened was 30 minutes ago, I got the news because I'm like, what's going on? They said breaking news: Trump is rushing back to the White House. So I'm like looking for. Then somebody show his motorcade, guys. It was almost like his car was driving alone. That's how fast it was going. I ain't never seen that before. I'm talking about it was more than one car though. It was like maybe six or seven. They were flying, and they had the hazard lights on, and everything, the sirens. They were flying, and then I was like, damn, what's going on? Is he all right? And then boom, Vance was also, they said Vance is on his way back to the White House. And then I said, damn, it might be some kind of emergency. Then I saw him. I saw him. He was walking like at a rapid pace. Like it's almost like it's urgency. But then I was like, okay, maybe nothing is going on. Maybe they're going back because of this deal. Because I saw on the news that they're close to a peace deal. They said it's imminent. Oh, let me see what Agenda Free saying. All right, hold on. Let me go to Agenda Free. You're right. He do be having a he be on it. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, lockdown, gunshots. Hold on, where's Agenda Free? It says Trump is considering more Iran strikes addresses. Okay, that was 21 hours ago. Rubio is then this was 8 hours ago. Rubio signals Iran decision may be imminent. That was 8 hours ago. Something else broke off. There's something serious going on after that. That's old news. Let me go to Agenda Free real quick. We can at least listen to it. Now, Agenda Free is going to be on this until it's over. All right, let's see.
West and 7 North Pennsylvania Ave Northwest and 17th Street Northwest. Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest and 17th Street Northwest. There's the White House there. Again, there's the White House and there's the intersection.
Okay, I know where that's at. I've been there. Let me see. In the past 3 years, I've been there once, but I wasn't there for pleasure. I was there for dropping a package off. Not at the White House, but
let me see if I have any updates here.
yeah, let me see. Hold on, DJ. Hold on. Fox.
Hang on a second here.
I'm gonna go back. Let me see. Let me go to Fox. Okay, let's see what's happening.
I didn't like you. It's actually up to 50,702. So that's as of about 12 minutes ago. Now, who knows? But I think it can only go up. I think with you, it's only going to go up. That was a number that nobody thought was reachable during my entire 4 years. If you look at some of the great pundits, they said, well, 50,000 would be impossible.
Right. That wasn't it. Hold on. Let me go to. Let me see. Should I go to? Let me go here. Do I think he would drop one? Of course, for sure. For sure. We won't know until after the fact. Actually, let me go to the link that you just sent. Give me a second. Guys, them cops is everywhere right now. It'll be hard to even I know the traffic is backed up out there right now. All right, let me see the link here. All right, here we go.
Remain far apart.
Oh my God.
This literally just happened, so make sure to subscribe for follow-ups. Shots are being fired right now at the White House. You can actually hear it in the background. Listen. Two sides to remain far apart.
Wow, that sounds like war, yo. Wow.
Right now at the White House. You can actually hear it in the background. Listen. Two sides to remain far apart.
Ooh, they weren't playing. Somebody died, for sure. With all them gunshots, they killed somebody. That was massive amount of gunshots. Holy crap. Yeah, Ivanka's supposed to be at the wedding. I'm assuming she at the wedding for sure. Oh, the those folks make you nervous. They ain't to be messed with. I told you that before. Them people ain't to be messed with. They'll come take you out quick, fast, in a hurry, and go have a drink afterwards. Quick, fast. Yeah, you saw the cars rushing back. Max, which states? I'm not sure which states was under warning. I'm not sure. Don't take it for face value. It's just rumor mill. Said there was some activity with Russia and stuff like that. I mean, I can even name the states for you. I mean, New York, New Jersey, California, uh, the greater DC area, like Maryland, Virginia. Those are the states you got to worry about. Because I mean, I'm right here near I'm in the tri-state. Obviously, you got to watch the nation's capital, California, places like that. Northern Virginia, the DMV area, stuff like that. Now, the shots outside the White House, it could have just been somebody crazy trying to do something, but they're gone. But all them shots, I know they're gone. All right, let's see. Let me find something else. Okay. Um. Yeah, let's go to Fox. Nobody's saying nothing yet. The news is really quiet. News is really quiet on this. There's the tape is up, so they clipped somebody, whoever it was. You said 16 minutes ago, DC police are responding to gunshots near the White House Saturday. Yeah, yeah, we already talked. Yeah, that happened. Yep. I don't know if it was another attempt, Ryan. I saw him rushing back to the White House. His car was. When I tell you it was driving fast, his car was driving fast. I ain't never seen the president move that fast. He was. I'm talking about they were flying, and Vance was flying too. I heard they were headed back to the White House. He canceled all his plans. His son got married today, Don Jr. So he was at a wedding, but he canceled all his weekend plans, and now he's back in the Situation Room. I heard, or the Oval Office. But then I heard they were close to making a deal with Iran, but I don't. Something's telling me I don't think so. I ain't never seen his motorcade move that fast. I thought something happened to him because they were flying, but I knew they weren't going to the hospital. They weren't going to Walter Reed. They were headed back to the White House. So if he was headed to Walter Reed, they would have medevaced him there if he was going there. But then he didn't go there. He went back to the White House. There was a rumor mill, Ryan, that there was a plot on Ivanka's life. If that's the case, he getting ready to get active. I'm just telling y'all this. Alô, amigos que acompanham aqui esse carro. Load up them damn codes and let's go. load up the codes as we getting ready to get active. But I don't know. That's just rumor mill. Wait, hold on. You said it's just Shannon said you said it's theater BS. No, no, the theater is getting ready to get lit up, if you know what I mean. The theater.
You don't see the tape?
Yeah, some type of breach happened. Well, it was near the White House. Somebody could have like breached the security, but they lit whoever it is, they got lit up. I'll just wait for them to say it later. They got lit up. Just all them gunshots, they got lit up. But and also just let you know the White House, the windows in the White House is bulletproof. So if they think they're gonna shoot at the White House, you're not gonna get to them. It's bulletproof.
Estamos apenas a bloco da Casa Branca.
You said I confirmed above. You said YouTube. Hold up. What do you confirm?
Saber o que realmente aconteceu. A informação que temos é que
they had shots at the White House. We all know that now. But what else has been confirmed? Yeah, it's about to get active. You said, oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, I don't even like to repeat now. Breaking 20 to 30 gunshots heard outside the White House. Yeah, we already talked about it. We know it's the fact that the man has been arrested for threatening to kill Ivanka. Okay, he got arrested. Okay. So the rumor mill is correct then. It was a plot on her life. But I know he's not gonna and that's his baby. That's one of his baby. Listen, it's getting ready to get active. That's the only thing I can tell you. He's not gonna go for this. I know I saw his face. His face is listen. His face was beat red when he got out the car. His face was beat red. A neck, everything. I ain't never seen him look like that. He ready to get active. When he got out, I ain't never seen him walk that fast. He wasn't running, he was walking with purpose. Okay. Like he ready to take his jacket off. Like that type of situation. You said what happened to the country? Man, we got to go back to the 80s. We got to go back that far. Oh, for the news. The way he was walking, man, the way he was walking, he was pissed. His, whole face beat red. He was walking by himself. He was walking by himself. He was walking with purpose though. You said I don't think it's theater. No, war is you. I'm thinking you like former military. You talking about the theater? That's what I thought you were talking about. I said the theater is about to heat up right now. Ryan, he was walking like he was walking like he ready to get active. So they saying it might have been a plot on his daughter's life. Man, I'm telling you, that's gonna make him snap because that'll make me snap. Like you don't mess with me. Don't mess with her. If there's gonna be an attempt on somebody's life, let it be on mine, not her. Yeah, you said be. I don't think it was him. I don't think it was him. No, it's the IRGC. It wasn't Mossad. It was the IRGC that threatened her. They saying it was a member of the IRGC. But it still hasn't been completely confirmed yet. You said the theater to you means stage. Oh, I thought you talking about war. I thought you talking about the war theater. You think it's them posing? But I know one thing though. That could be, you're right. That could be a way to get him to get active. Because especially if they said they were close to a deal. You said where was the wedding? I'm not sure. I had just read that they wanted to have it at the White House, but they didn't have it there. Glad they didn't have it at the White House. All this stuff going down. They were right not to have it there. For sure. Not at the White House. Things is hot outside. It's too hot in the kitchen to have it at the White House. You said Kia Don Jr. daughter didn't attend the wedding. She didn't attend the wedding? You talking about Kai. Maybe she couldn't. Maybe there was some type of threat going on. You said EZ is behind this. Who is that? Oh, I know you. Oh, Izzy. That's who you talking about. You said it's the Habib. Oh, I know you talking about now. Izzy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they said they were close to making a deal. Now this happened. You said, yeah, something definitely got foiled. Though they had people movements on lock. Yeah, you. That's one thing you don't mess with. Don't mess with his girl, yo. Don't do that. You can mess with him all day, but don't mess with her. I think he'll snap. The way he was looking, he wanted to be played with tonight. He wanted to be played with. All right, he ain't to be played with right now. If he probably in there right now, if I'm a betting man, give me them damn codes now. Give me the codes. Give me the codes and the coordinates. Let's drop it now. Let's turn it into a parking lot. Okay? We ain't playing no more. You said, "Wow, it's raining." Well, yeah, it's raining here too, Ryan. It's raining the whole holiday. You know the crazy thing is, I had went to the store. I saw I was near the park. They had the tents and everything. So I said, "Y'all still trying to have something in the park? And it's raining like this? Y'all crazy. Y'all better go in the house." What's up, Fiona? It's going down, Fiona. Washington D.C. never get rain. Yeah, they do. Rain. They rain all the time out there. I'm from. I lived out there. You say you don't blame him. He mad. He hot right now. I could tell he hot by looking at his face. He hot. He is hot. He probably like, give me them codes, man. Come on, Mr. President. Let's think about this. Give me the codes. Give me the codes. I don't want to talk no more. Give me the codes. It's over with. Whatever it's gonna be, it's just gonna be. Give me the codes, man. Yeah, you don't try to put no plot on my daughter, man. Like, give me the codes, man. Okay, let me rewind because Fiona just came in. So basically, Fiona, what's going on is when I went live, I really only went live just to tell you guys he rushed back to the White House. I ain't never seen that car move that fast. I'm like, there's an emergency going on. I said, is he all right? But then I seen him get out and walk. You said no, his oldest daughter don't like his new wife. Oh, I didn't know that. You talking about Kai. I didn't know Kai wasn't there. She just graduated. Um, you know who her mother messed with, right? Her mother date Tiger Woods. That's who her mother date. You know what I'm saying? She date Tiger Woods. And that was a real call Tiger made. People clown Tiger for that. Remember Tiger got caught up in that little situation, right? You remember on the video he said, "Yeah, I just got off with the president," and they said, "Okay, whatever." Well, guess what? That call worked though. He got him out of trouble. He ain't got to do no jail time. Like mysteriously, he ain't got to do no time. Cause yeah, he like, nah, man. Like he said, Tiger's on, and he's in pain. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked him out because he ain't had to do no jail time, and he ain't gonna do no jail time, even though he guilty as all out hell. He ain't doing no jail time. That's his boy. I know it's not good. You said breaking news shot at, that's what we're talking about right now. You said breaking news shots at the White House. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on right now. There's a rumor, it hasn't been confirmed yet, that there was a plot on Ivanka's life. Okay? They're claiming that if they're claiming the street saying that the IRGC operative had the coordinates to her house and the blueprints to her house. Okay? Number two, Don Jr. got married today. Number three, Trump canceled all his plans and rushed back to the White House like his driver's an IndyCar driver. I ain't never seen them go that fast. Okay, I'm like, something is going on. Then also earlier today, they said that they were close to a deal. They said the deal was imminent. They said they were 90% sure that a deal was imminent. Now all of a sudden this happened. Maybe our partners don't want a deal. I already know they don't want no deal. I already know they don't. Yo, what's messing with? Let me tell you all this. I was delivered in the Hasidic community, right? I was talking to one of the because when I was dropping the package, I was talking to one of the guys. I see him all the time. He's like a rabbi. I don't know if he's a rabbi. He kind of looked like one, and he always talked to me all the time. And then one time, I had dropped off a catering order. They had like some big event going on, and I remember he was like, "No, don't lift no package. The kids got it." And he was telling me, he was like, we don't support what they doing over there. He told me this. He said we don't support that because they sending a lot of our kids to war. He said a lot of our kids, they putting a lot of our kids in harm's way. And I said, what are you talking about? Like, they didn't send none of their people over to Iran. He said, no, in Israel. He said they're sending them to the borders and all this stuff. He said, because in Israel, he was telling me some of his family, when they get a certain age, they got to serve in the military, regardless. I said, oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. He said, yeah. He said they putting them in harm's way now. We don't agree with that. He said there's a misconception that you think because we're such and such that we agreeing with this. We don't. He said that to me. He's a Hasidic, and he said there's a situation. He said it's a very intense situation right now. You know what I'm saying? He said because over there you have to join the military. You know what I'm saying? Um, they can't get out of it for religious reasons. I thought they could. I said I thought y'all could. He said no. Yeah, she just graduated a few days ago. You talking about Kai Trump? Yeah, yeah. She graduated a few days ago. You said that's how it's done there, but somehow I thought that they were exempt from it. That's what I thought because he said no. He said right now he said we're talking about it here in the United States. He said it's a very intense situation right now because he said that he got family that's in the military right now. And he said there is a threat that a bomb could be dropped over there. He said we don't want that to happen. He said we don't want. He was just telling. He just I guess he just decided he wanted to talk to me. He said we don't want that. He said we don't like what's happening in Gaza. He said we can't control it. You know what I'm saying? He said we can't control none of it. And he said that it's very intense right now. A lot of my people, we got family we worried about. That's what he told me. And I see them all the time because I deliver over there all the time. So that's like they know me over there. And he said it's a crazy, all we do is pray. It's a crazy situation. You said, yeah, he said, well, certain families are exempt, but it's mandatory, right, for everybody else. But he was telling me he got family that they have a daughter. She just turned, I forget how old. She's over there now on the border. You know what I'm saying? And he said they don't agree with it. But he said, at the end of the day, they're waiting just like everybody else. You said the Orthodox ones are against it. The secular bankers, right? Yeah, yeah. They're Orthodox. They're what you call conservative, or they're Hasidic, and it's our biggest Hasidic community out here in Tom's River. That's where I was at. and he said they're having all type of meetings and stuff because a lot of people are worried they got their loved ones over there and they can't control it. I said, I thought y'all was in on it. He said, no, we're not. He said that's a misconception. But anyway, I had just told y'all that. But he seemed to think something intense is coming. That's what he was telling me. He said, man, just stay praying. And he said something. He told me, he said something is not right. He said something. He said this is not right. Something's going on. But anyway, I had that brief conversation. Well, it wasn't brief. I talked to him for about, because that was my last delivery. I talked to him for about 20 minutes. But he was very, very concerned. So something ain't something is going on. So we'll know at after if he did something drastic, we'll know after the fact. We're gonna know after the fact, and it could be going down right now. Because remember, it'll come from the submarines. We got submarines everywhere. Oh my God. Ugh. And during times like this is when we see a lot of paranormal activity with these orbs and stuff. I believe these orbs are disabling stuff. That's what I believe. They're saying 30 to 40 shots heard outside the White House. It's on lockdown. Yeah, it could have been multiple people they were shooting at. Because the only thing I can tell you was it sounded like war. That's what but it's over now. They handled it. Because I'm looking at the people on guard, they're relaxed. Okay. He said they're relaxed right now, so they don't got whoever they had to take care of. Yeah, forces from beyond will intervene because usually because what's his name? I forget it. They call him the Reaper. When he said he was over there, he said he saw paranormal act stuff. They saw orbs, and he believed this stuff was being they were disarming stuff. He said they saw it. It's like, and I heard these orbs are thousands of years old. So remember, there was advanced humans here before us, and they left or they somewhere else. We don't know. They're somewhere. They didn't all die off. They did not. You said you heard the video. It was crazy, right? Yeah, it was crazy. It sounded like war. They took care of it. Whoever they were shooting at, they took care of it because they all relaxed right now. So whoever what it was, they either in the hospital or I don't even want to say, but they took care of it. Put it that way. Yeah, Nick serving the Reaper is a shit. Right. He said it. He said they saw some paranormal stuff. He said we can only see. Hold on, let me see. We can only see a very, very small fraction of light spectrum. There is much more beyond what we can see. Right, interdimensional and stuff. But they said that whoever made that, they said it was thousands of years old. He said, I don't think, and yeah, yeah, that with them kind of shots, Ryan, if you heard them, yeah, they ain't in the hospital. Put it that way. It's they sitting there hanging out now, like it ain't nothing. It was like target practice for them. That's the way they looking, guys. I had said this before when I had went out there in front of the White House one time. I want to take pictures, right? Just the way it's set up out there, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing out there without them watching you. I felt safe, but I ain't feel safe in other parts of DC though until Trump, sent the troops out there. There was a lot of stuff happening out there. I could never understand that. It's the hood right by the White House is a whole hood. How is that possible? But they fixed it though. There ain't nothing going on out there now, I heard, since the security been out there. Georgetown is nice, but that section is nice. I'm talking about the hood. It's hood out there, man. For sure. Not too far from the White House. It's crazy. But they cleaned that up though, I heard. But whoever wanted to sit up there and try something crazy tonight, it wasn't happening. Not with all them shots I heard. Wasn't happening. Two shot and wounded. Yeah, of course they are. With all them shots. Snipers everywhere. They got to be crazy. You think you're gonna go do something over there? You crazy. These young ones don't even they don't know what the deal is. I know. You said the wealthy laughing. No, they not laughing right now. It's going down right now. You said spiritual craving is leaving and our physical. I think it's a test. Let me see what uh let me see what agenda talking about. There's agenda be on it. Agenda don't be playing around when it comes to this type of stuff. He'll be live for like the rest of the night. Let's see what Steve talking about. His name's Steve, by the way. I remember one time we were like, Steve, please get some rest. He said, okay, I've been up for 18 hours straight. I need to get some food. Like, Steve, relax a little bit. You said different elites are at war. I heard that.
Here is the White House map there. And
You're looking at the White House map.
Trump is reportedly fine. He's at the White House today. Oh, I have more video to show you. Hold on. More video from AFP. More video. I heard it all. Yeah. More video from AFP earlier. Hang on. Let me see if I can show this to you. Can I show it to you? Oh, no. I don't think I'm allowed to show you that. I'm not allowed to show you the lockdown video because that is proprietary. But, oh, I do have, hold on a second. Hold on. I might have a video. Nope, I don't have that one. I'm just seeing if I have any video I can show you right now. No, I have a White House, a video of the White House. That doesn't really help you much. Let me just go to back to the map for a second. I think that's the best thing.
Well, a lot of conspiracies that we thought was conspiracies are not really conspiracies anymore.
Oh, well.
Hold on. Let me see. They're saying that aliens exist, but the thing is, ain't nobody really caring though. To be honest with you, we're not.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
I'm just waiting for one story to be confirmed. Once they confirm that story, then I'll just okay. Then I'll shake my head like
The
okay.
Secret Service shot 2 men. And the other reports
imply it. I mean, Kelly Meyer of News Nation said a man walked up with a pistol and fired 3 times. Secret Service returned fire. 2 adults total were shot. So, in theory, the Secret Service might have shot. We don't know for sure if the Secret Service shot both people, but seems like they shot at least one. One report says the Secret Service shot both people. So I can say 2 shot near White House in exchange with Secret Service. I mean, I'll say that for now. But again, one apparently was a suspect and one was a bystander.
Oh, one was a bystander. That sucks. Because that person could have just been out there touring and got caught in a straight gunfire. But the shooter, he definitely down. I can tell with all those shots, he may not have made it, to be honest with you. The way they were shooting at him, I don't think he made it. He may have. We'll see.
I'm trying to bring you some other updates here. And CNN also says 2 people were shot in an encounter with the Secret Service. The Fox News says that a gunman brandished a pistol and fired toward the White House.
Okay. They said he brandished a pistol and fired towards the White House. Yeah, I don't think he made it. We'll see.
NBC News says one of the 2 shot appears to be the suspect. Is believed to be a suspect. It's not clear if the second person was a bystander. One person is in grave condition.
See, one person is in grave condition. Yeah, of course the lockdown was lifted. They took care of it. They went in grave condition. The way they were shooting, yeah. I just hope it wasn't an innocent bystander that was just there touring.
About this incident that I have seen. NBC News says the lockdown at the White House has been lifted.
Yeah, the lockdown has been lifted. Threat neutralized. Let's continue. It sounded like, yeah, they were lighting them up, Ryan, like the 4th of July. Threat neutralized. You know, you play Call of Duty. Threat neutralized. Copy. Let's continue. You said a bystander was hit. The gunman allegedly is dead. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. But hopefully the bystander will be okay. Yeah, they telling us all we need to know right now. Oh, look at the link above. Okay, let me go back to. Let's see. Oh, wow. She didn't know what was going on, Ryan. Ooh, they lit him up. Sheesh.
What is that?
She said, what is that? It's gunfire. She didn't even know what that was. I would have been got down. I know what that is. But you know, she's probably from an environment she never even heard that before. Poor thing. She ain't know what she was listening to.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
You know what I'm thinking? What if the president was outside of the Oval Office talking when this happened? Because they fired too many shots. What if he was on the grounds walking while this was going on? Because the way they lit him up, they all lit him up. Okay? They all lit him up. That one fireworks. She's like, oh my God, what is that? Will you please get down, ma'am? Get down.
What is that?
You know what I would have said to her if I was a cameraman? Will you get down? They getting active. I was like, will you get down? What you mean? What is that? It's gunshots. What is that? Let me hear it again.
What is that? What is that?
Today, this obviously comes just a couple of weeks after a shooting at the White House correspondence.
You know the crazy thing is, someone said it looks like a green screen. In the comment section. And then the cameraman or whatever, he said it sounds like fireworks. No, sir. It is not fireworks. Get down. All the way down. Yeah, Ryan, that's crazy right there. Let's see what agenda talking about again. He's still looking at the overhead map. I honestly think that
Yeah, some viewers mentioned this about 40 minutes ago. Actually, about 42 minutes ago. 42 minutes ago, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Texas office said there was an active shooter situation near Kings Colony, the 19,000 block of Nottingham and Kings Colony. That was 42 minutes ago. They say multiple individuals have been shot. I don't have any details on that.
that's in Texas.
That's in Montgomery County, Texas.
Yeah,
they
Montgomery
posted 42
County.
minutes ago. If I hear more, I'll let you know. Oh, I have. No, I don't have that. Sorry.
Yeah, they saying multiple shots in Texas, Montgomery County. Well, with all those shots, I'm thinking he may have been walking the grounds. He could have been, because you know how he can walk outside of the Oval Office and go somewhere else. You know, walk that tunnel, like the little colonnade thing. He could have been outside of the Oval Office when this happened, because the way they were shooting, it was like war.
So still trying to find
It's like they went overkill. Well, whatever happened,
of all this.
he canceled his plans because his son got married. You
Well,
know,
I
it's
should
the
be getting a
holiday.
live stream shortly from the area. Just so you know.
His son got married. It was the holiday. He canceled his plans and rushed back to the White House.
But again, Reuters is reporting that a man approached a checkpoint near the White House and started firing.
Okay, they said he approached the checkpoint and he started firing. They lit him up. That's what it sounded like. They didn't stop either. Hey Deb, how you doing? Yeah, they said no need to arrest him. They sent them up, Ryan. I got that terminology from a YouTuber because you can't say certain words. So you know how people say unalive and deleted. He made something up called sent up. Sent. I'm like, what does that mean? I said, oh, I know what he's talking about. He can't say certain words, and
Will we hear more from the Secret Service? I don't know. I'm looking around for updates here. But the lockdown at the White House has been lifted.
okay, lockdown at the White House been lifted, so you already know why. There's so much going on at one time. Like I was covering the fact that he was rushing back to the White House and canceling his plans. I'm like, damn, why is he canceling his plans? Son just got married. It's the holiday. You know how he like to go play golf. Like, what's going on?
CBS News says 2 people were wounded, including a suspect. 15 to 30 shots were fired.
15 to 30 shots fired. Okay, guys, breaking news. I did read that B lady. I was just reading it as you were saying it. Yes, guys, breaking news in California, there's a chemical tank near Disneyland. It's at risk
that
of
shows
exploding.
you the
40,000
between.
residents are ordered to evacuate.
Now, if we go down here, so that's
Jesus,
the
that's
intersection.
that's not by accident.
The White House is here.
I'm telling y'all that. That's not by accident.
But I don't know exactly where that happened.
That's not by accident. Oh, don't say that, Shan. I hope not.
Who was this person?
You said, haven't they been talking about this chemical tank for 2 to 3 days? Deb is crazy. You said you think Barron Trump, Ivanka, and Melania need to be very careful. This is getting personal.
There's another video where you can hear
Well, Barron, he's a student at NYU, but he take most of his stuff online. He's not even there really. Max, is it chemicals in it? Yes. But if it explode, that's not good for the 40 plus thousand people around it. Sharice, what's up?
I just saw a new video I hadn't seen before. I'm going to post a link to that in the chat.
They did warn certain states. That was earlier, B lady.
That's interesting.
I didn't want to go live on that because people trying to enjoy their weekend. Like I said, there's so much stuff going on. I just don't know where to start. I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. The only reason why I went live is because to tell y'all he rushed back to the White House.
Another video where you can hear gunshots. NBC 10 Boston posted it, of Julie Sirkin. You can actually hear gunshots in the video.
When I say he was rushing back to the White House, guys, it was almost like a drag race. I ain't never seen that car move that fast, even though I know it can go that fast. You said they've been talking about California 911 since last year. Oh, that's who you talking about? You said those methyl. Did they say Orange County though? You said it's windy in SoCal when it explodes. You said wasn't that JD Vance in the SUV? Yes, it was him. It was JD Vance there. He was flying. That SUV was flying, and he was headed to the White House as well. You said apparently the weather has gotten hot enough for it to do something. Hopefully it don't explode. Orange County, okay. Orange County got to evacuate. Now, why would here's the thing. You would think they have safety measures in place for this thing not to explode. Let me tell you this. Every time I go near I mean not the White House, the airport, you know out here at Newark, it had these plants out here. I don't like what I be seeing. All it takes for somebody to hit it, the thing could explode, and we all be sent up. Okay, I don't even like driving near there. You said they don't know what to do to stop the chemical reaction. They gonna have to figure it out. They gonna have to figure this thing out because, like I said, it's been 3 4 days now. They still talking. They got to have some kind of measure in place. They don't have no contingencies. They need something, Joe. You can't tell me that. They got to have something. Either that or they've been cutting corners for all this time. Now don't shit don't hit the fan now. Now this thing look like it loop. They can't shut it down? That's my question. Yeah, they should have had a secondary barrier. Why is it sitting out there like that? Oh my God, this is crazy. That whole city will go up. That's crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Every time I go through the airport and I look at um everything that's going on near there, I'm like, it's dangerous over here. Oh, they closed the nearby freeway exits. This ain't good. You said it's the fumes that are extremely dangerous. If they were to explode, I wonder what the fumes would. It's crazy. You would think they would have some type of plan in place so that wouldn't happen. This is ridiculous. I'm still trying to figure out what Trump rushed back to the White House for. Lord have mercy. You know what the thing is? They're too damn quiet. Something done went down. That's the only thing I can say. He ain't said nothing yet. And that's not like him to at least tweet something. Like, give us something. He ain't said nothing. Only thing I know is he went back to the White House, him and Vance. That's the only thing I see. Haven't heard nothing else from him. He was by himself too. I didn't see Melania with him. Because they were at the wedding. Don Jr. got married. Melania, more than like, I don't know, maybe she went back to New York. I don't know. I didn't see her. I didn't see her. Oh, that was another story, Deb, that it was a plot on her life. But if that is true, he's hot. He's hot right now. He's very hot right now. If that is true, he's extremely hot because he didn't look good when he got out that car. Mark, I don't see Mark. That's what I was thinking. I think they gonna sit up here and tell me that thing has been out there raw like that this whole damn time. They ain't have no plan in place. What if the thing malfunctioned? I don't even, man. This is just I don't even want to talk about it. They've been playing with us for too long. Like, what happened at this point for the reactor to be this way? It's near Disneyland. You said Disneyland is next, but not included in the evacuation area? You said it's close to thermal runaway. You said can't have a large. Oh man, but he hasn't said anything yet. That's what's worrying me. Because usually he'll tweet something, give us something. He hasn't said nothing. You said can't do nitro dry ice to cool the tank because it can cause a container to become brittle. You said the guy in the with the blueprints to Ivanka house. Yeah, they said he had a layout to her house. Now, like I said, if all that's true, Trump is hot about that. He's hot because they're claiming that the IRGC, that's their guy. So what you think he want to do right now? Yeah, I was saying Jared Kushner lived there with her. No, he was already at the White House already. He was already back before the shooting started. And like I said, when he was heading back to the White House, him and Vance, they were rushing.
Near White House, bystander also shot.
Oh no.
That's what AP says.
Guys, a bystander was shot. That's sad. You imagine somebody up there just touring, trying to take pictures and whatnot, and got shot.
Secret Service shoots police person near White House, bystander also shot.
You know, some people when they hear shot, they don't know how to hit the ground right away. Ryan, if you hear, you remember
Regarding the shooting in Texas, is this it?
a shooting in
Is
Texas?
this the one? Hold on a second here.
Ryan, you remember I was live? This when I was living in Virginia. Remember one time I was live? I think he was in there.
Yes. So I'm guessing this is the shooting.
I hit the floor because
Here's
of
what
the
Alert
gunshots.
Page said about that.
It was gunshots near my window, and I hit the floor real
Alert
quick. It was
Page,
It was on
who I
live
follow,
chat too.
who's reliable. They said New Caney, Texas, which is in Montgomery County, multi-victim shooting, units on scene with at least 3 confirmed victims from a shooting. Scene is still being secured, checking for other possible patients. I assume it's the same one. I don't know for sure, but it's in Montgomery County.
All right. Let me see.
So I don't know for a fact that that's the same one, but again, it's in the same county. But I don't know.
You said they want Lebanon.
Yeah, they said in the Texas one it was near the 19,000 block of Nottingham. Yeah, so there is a 19,000 Nottingham in New Caney, Texas.
He's talking about Texas. I'm still trying to see
So
if he.
that's Montgomery County.
Yeah, he's
So
been
that is in New
definitely
Caney.
quiet. He hasn't said anything since he's been
So
back. That's not
according
like
to
him. You said the bystanders in bad condition. That's crazy.
Alert Page, There were 3 shot in an incident.
You were
in the
right,
community,
Chrissy.
and
You
they're
you
trying
the
to see
one
if there are
told me
any more
first.
other
You said it
cases.
was a shooting
Um,
out there.
Anyways, well, I'll let you know if I hear more on that, if it's the same incident. Hey, Brett Bayer said something. I missed this. Okay,
No, let's see what
I
Brett's
missed this
saying.
from Brett Bayer. Brett Bayer from Fox News said this.
Yeah, you live in Texas, right?
Brett Bayer from Fox News said, oh, here. Gunman came up on west side of White House
Okay.
at Gate 17 near 14th Street.
I know where
assume that's in this area
Yeah.
here. And brandished a pistol. The gunman fired towards White House 3 times.
Okay.
Secret Service returned fire. Don't know how many shots were fired, but apparently took gunman down. Bystander was struck during exchange. Bystander of civilian not known. Gunman did not get inside perimeter of White House. That is what Brett Bayer says.
He did not get inside the perimeter. Yeah, they took him down immediately. There's a barrier outside there. That street they're talking about. Like you can't get on the side. It's near the. It's like that street leads to the side of the White House. You can't get there. There's a barrier and there's security there.
Oh, then there's another video. Hold on. I think there's another video here where you can hear the gunshots. I think. Hold on. I just saw it myself of another reporter who posted a video. Let's see if you can hear it on this one. Hold on.
Unbelievable, guys. It's almost
So there's
exhausting.
another video of a reporter who was in the area doing a live shot, Alexandra Ingersoll of OAN, and she posted her video. Of being hit, not being hit, of doing a hit and hearing the gunshots during the video, during her recording the video. Oh, I have an update here from NBC News. NBC News says Tom Winter. Shortly after 6 p.m. tonight, a male suspect who may have been previously known to DC police and the Secret Service approached a Secret Service checkpoint near the White House and started firing indiscriminately at Secret Service agents, 2 officials say. U.S. Secret Service fired at the man and he is down. A bystander was also hit. Again, according to Tom Winter of NBC News, shortly after 6 p.m. tonight, a male suspect who may have been previously known to DC police and the Secret Service approached a Secret Service checkpoint near the White House and started firing indiscriminately at U.S. Secret Service agents, 2 officials say. U.S. Secret Service fired at the man and he is down. A bystander was also hit.
Hmm.
I want to say.
You said drones are circling around the White House. That is not good. That's not our drones. Oh my God, yo.
Because 2 makes it sound like.
Oh boy, this is crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. take a break for a minute. It's too much. It's too much. Let me see. Do this. Let me put this. It's crazy. The last news I heard, like early this morning, that they had a peace deal. They said the peace deal was imminent. I heard Marco Rubio say that, and here we are now. Unbelievable. But I don't know if this has anything to do or just people just chemical reaction on opposite coast. Right. You said it's 100% not enemy drones. That's good. Police drones, Secret Service. I was about to say not the drones, you know, the ones from 2 years. All right, Steve said he'll be back in 5 minutes. Guess it's a good time to check this other site. That's crazy. The news reporter, she didn't know what she was listening to.
Start to check in on the security situation at the White House, but this is what happened around 6 o'clock this evening. I'm told that a gunman came up near the White House on the west side, what is described to me as Gate 17. This is kind of near 14th Street on the west side of the White House, and came up and brandished some sort of a pistol. We don't know what type of pistol it was, but he then fired toward the White House 3 times. And the United States Secret Service, they returned fire. We don't know how many shots that they got off. And they apparently took the gunman down. Now, sometime in this gunfire exchange, a civilian on the street was struck by this gunfire, and we do not know the condition of that person right now. But the important thing to know is that the gunman who came up with the pistol and was taken down by the Secret Service, and we don't know his condition right now, but he never got inside the perimeter of the White House. And this is according to a senior administration official with direct knowledge of what went down at the White House this afternoon. This was right around 6 o'clock Eastern time.
So, Chad, so if I'm hearing what you said correctly, this was somebody who was just firing in the direction of the White House?
It was something that the Secret Service obviously perceived as a threat. Obviously, we're told that gunfire apparently was directed toward the White House. If you get toward the west side of the White House, and we're trying to figure out precisely where this was, you have the old executive office building now called the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which is kind of a big complex if you're working from west to east toward the White House. So we know that he was firing in the direction of the White House, and this is the preliminary report from someone who's very senior and would have direct knowledge of this information. Again, a lot of people in town. There was one source that had, questioned me earlier, even before we had this information. There's a lot of motorcyclists in town for the Memorial Day events. They always come for this time, and people thought it might have been, motorcycles backfiring or something like that. There's quite a cacophony of that. But this is clearly someone who came up and was firing at the direction of the White House. And the president, of course, is at the White House today.
All right, let's see.
Only for the two sides to remain far apart.
Oh, she got down immediately.
That President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart. That President Trump has said a
At
deal.
least she got down. Oh wow, they running. Let's see this.
People, I assume news agencies, reporters, producers that are essentially running after hearing those gunfire. Shortly after that, you see various Secret Service agents storm and push people out to safety. Chris, give us a sense of what that moment was like, hearing that possible gunfire and then moving towards the direction that Secret Service was pushing you towards. Right. So as Alex, as soon as we heard the gunshots, everyone kind of just froze. Like, wait a minute, are those gunshots? And then immediately we just ran for it, and the Secret Service simultaneously cleared everybody. And because it's Saturday night, it's not as busy as it would be on a weekday here with all the network reporters,
shooting at the White House
photographers. So it wasn't as busy. Maybe there's 2 dozen of us right now in the press briefing room. But a little bit blurry, but as you could see, these are various people, I assume news agencies, reporters, producers that are essentially running after hearing those gunfire. Shortly after that, you see various Secret Service agents storm and push people out to safety. Chris, give us a sense of what that moment was like, hearing that possible gunfire and then moving towards the direction that Secret Service was pushing you towards. Right. So as Alex, as soon as we heard the gunshots, everyone kind of just froze. Like, wait a minute, are those gunshots? And then immediately we just ran for it, and the Secret Service simultaneously cleared everybody.
Wow. Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, I have a live shot from down the street, by the way.
Other than that, it's going to be pretty locked up. Firing in the direction of the White House, and this is the preliminary report from someone who's very senior and would have direct knowledge of this information. Again, a lot of people in town. There was one source that had, questioned me earlier, even before we had this information. There's a lot of motorcyclists in town for the Memorial Day event. They always come for this time, and people thought it might have been, is motorcycles backfiring or something like that. There's quite a cacophony of that. But this is clearly someone who came up and was firing at the direction of the White House. And the president, of course, is at the White House today.
Hold on. Oh, but all the tape is up. Well, hold on a second. Oh, I think I have another shot. Hold on, I have another shot. I have a different shot I can show you. I have a different shot. Wait, wait, hold on.
You said wait.
There's a better one, I think.
Wait, let me see. Oh, he was in the room. Let me see. I'm on my phone. I'm not on the. I can't show you the video.
Okay, according to Associated Press, According to Associated Press, both individuals, the bystander and the suspect, are in critical condition, according to Associated Press. The gunfire comes nearly a month after what law enforcement said was an attempted assassination of the president on April 25th as he attended the White House Correspondents Association dinner. There was also, what was the incident at Washington Monument?
I didn't hear about that one.
Hold on a second here. Yes, there was a shooting on May 4th where a man, 45-year-old, was charged in that incident. And in the incident on May 4th, federal authorities said that the man was concealing a firearm near the Washington Monument. And officers issued verbal commands, that man fled, and then he fired at the officers. Now, some of our viewers are saying that CNN said the suspect today died. Hold on, let me see this.
All those shots, I'm sure he did.
Oh, yes, new statement from Secret Service, guys. There is a new statement from the Secret Service. I'm going to read you the statement. New from Secret Service. A bunch of reporters posted it. Julie Sirkin, also one of those reporters. So the Secret Service says, shortly after 6 p.m. on Saturday, an individual approached a Secret Service checkpoint in the area of 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. A preliminary investigation indicates that as the individual approached, he removed a weapon from his bag and began firing at posted officers. Secret Service police officers returned fire, striking the suspect, who has died. He was transported to an area hospital where he later died. During the shooting, a bystander was also struck by gunfire. It remains unclear whether the bystander was struck by the suspect's initial gunfire or during the exchange of fire with the Secret Service. No injuries were sustained by Secret Service personnel. The president was at the White House during the incident, but was not impacted. The incident remains under investigation. Again, that is from the Secret Service.
That sucks about the innocent bystander. Because it is a lot of people in D.C. for Memorial Day. They usually have an annual bike ride for the fallen soldiers.
I'm going to read that again. So the person went up to a White House, to a checkpoint near the White House, 17th and Pennsylvania Ave Northwest. Oops, hold on. Something happened with, lost me for a second, and then we came back.
Yeah, they usually have an annual bike ride for Memorial Day. So there's a lot of people in the city.
Hang on.
No subject description yet.
This is the area we're talking about right here. Well, I think, is this 17th? Look at this. Look at this video here. Look at this video. This is the general area. I don't know if this is exactly 17th and Pennsylvania? I have to look and see. I'm looking to see if I can figure out if this is 17th in Pennsylvania or down the street from 17th in Pennsylvania. I don't recognize it as exactly 17th in Pennsylvania. But again, let me read. This is just where this happened. There is a checkpoint at 17th in Pennsylvania. I see. So if you look on our map here, so there's the White House right here. There's the White House. There's a checkpoint right here. There is a checkpoint right on 17th Street. So I don't know if that's the one, but there is a checkpoint right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's
See
it.
all the cars there? So there is a checkpoint there. So that might have been the one he walked up to right
it's
there.
on the side of the White House.
So
on the left side.
Again, what the Secret Service said is that, just to repeat what the Secret Service said, they said, shortly after 6 p.m. Saturday, an individual approached a Secret Service checkpoint in the area of 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. A preliminary investigation indicates as the individual approached, he removed a weapon from his bag and began firing at posted officers.
That's a suicide
Secret
mission.
Service police officers returned fire, striking the suspect, who was transported to an area hospital where he later died. During the shooting, a bystander was also struck by gunfire. It remains unclear whether the bystander was struck by the suspect's initial gunfire or during the subsequent exchange of gunfire. No injuries were sustained by Secret Service personnel. The president was at the White House during the incident but was not impacted. The incident remains under investigation. Man killed by Secret Service near White House.
Let me see if they have a description on it.
Firing at them.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Her law enforcement Secret Service shoots 2 men.
And here is a shot.
Yeah, the guy that they shot.
Near the White House.
It looked like he dressed in drag. Lord have mercy. Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Man, we're in a simulation. Hold on, let me give you all the link.
But that is the statement from the Secret Service.
Let me give you all the link so y'all can see this. Y'all got to see this. Here, yo, somebody look at this link real quick and tell me what you think. Lord have
yes,
mercy.
Ukraine has been under a missile and drone attack from Russia. We talked about this earlier. It is still going on. The Kyiv Independent reports at least 3 injured in a massive Russian missile and drone attack on Kyiv, Ukraine.
Will y'all look at him? What do you call himself? Internet princess. He got on a skirt. He got fishnet stockings on and a pink halter top that says Internet princess. You cannot make this up.
Truka, I believe it is,
Lord
Ukraine
have
says
mercy.
says the mayor of Kyiv says 5 have been injured. One of them hospitalized by doctors. The others were treated on the spot in Kyiv.
That's the shooter. The link I showed you.
All right, so here's what I have to do at this point. So we have the statement from the Secret Service that a man approached a checkpoint near the White House, pulled out a gun from his bag, started firing at officers. That man was shot and killed by Secret Service. A bystander was shot. AP reports the bystander is in critical condition. We don't know who shot the bystander. President Trump is safe. Okay. I need to take a little break at the moment. The reason being, as crazy as this sounds, this doesn't happen often.
Definitely a liberal.
But no joke, my brother's dog is where I am right now.
We can't
staying
make
with
this
me
up.
for the weekend. The dog needs to go outside. What can I tell you guys? I'm not going to beat around the bush. So I have to take the dog outside, or we're going to have a big issue. I did not schedule myself with the dog being on the air for hours and hours.
All right, Steve, take the dog out.
So that's going to have to happen. But also at this, so what I think,
guys, Internet princess did it. Okay. This man got on he got on a skirt, fishnet stockings, pink halter top that says Internet princess with a AR-15. Cannot make this up. Good Lord. Internet princess. Oh, Lord have mercy. We're tired. We all need a break. Steve taking the dog out. He'll be right back. Because Steve gonna be up all night. He's not gonna take a break. So this is Steve's break right now to go walk the dog. You said we have the World Cup. Oh Lord, I'm supposed to be going to that. Well, Lord, look, may the force be with me because I'm going. You know? May the force be with me. And also with you. I hope nothing happens. Would you believe that? Guys, breaking news. I'm outside of MetLife Stadium. Y'all be like, I can't believe this dude is out there. Yeah. Guys, I can't leave. It's going down. But the way the stadium is set up, I know how to get out. It's crazy though, guys. It's always something. You know, it's always like somebody just losing at marbles, man. That's what it is. That was a suicide mission, pretty much. You come into the Boston's game, you go into all 7 games. No, I'm not going. I don't want to be around a lot of crowds right now, even though I'm planning to go to the World Cup. Some of the group matches that's going to be here in MetLife Stadium, and also the finals is going to be at MetLife Stadium. So I'm a little bit, I don't know, I'm a little reluctant on going. I don't know yet. So this gotta be a game time decision. I don't know, because I just feel like they might target that situation as a protest. The World Cup, Chris, is gonna be on regular TV. I have to think about whether I'm gonna go in that crowd or not. I don't know. But there is a way for where I know exactly where to park at though to get out of there. There's a section because it's connected to the highway, actually. Like the parking lot is. It's crazy how they got it built. Like there's a roadway there and there's a way to get out of there. You had all 7 games? That's good. He said, hey Max, is it flooding in your area? I haven't been out, well, I've been outside early, it wasn't flooding. Certain parts of New York, yes. It might be flooding a little bit now, but not in this area. And that's another thing. We've been having a lot of flood problems here. I honestly think the sewage drainages are clogged up or something. Because the way New York City was, that was ridiculous. I wouldn't even want to stay there no more after going through something like that. Let me see what else they're saying about this person. What? Another gunman? They said, this is an hour ago, it said gunman fired at White House multiple times with a firearm, causing U.S. Secret Service to return fire per Fox. The gunman has been taken down after being shot. Yet another gunman trying to get at President Trump. Insane. Oh my God. Another assassination attempt, guys, today. God, he don't have so many assassination attempts on him. There's an entity that we don't see that's protecting him. There's an entity is protecting him. He's on a mission and there's something that we can't see that is protecting him, that's keeping him safe. That means he's here to do a mission. And whatever that entity you call him, God or whatever, don't want nothing to happen to him. He's protected. They don't want nothing. He don't want nothing to happen. It's like he might be ushering change or something. Because this many attempts on your life, I knew he must have been not in the White House. I knew he probably wasn't in the White House yet when this happened. Because he was rushing back to the White House, and maybe they tried to get him then. Because where the shots were at, it's at the side of the White House where the car is going at. It's over in that side. You have a good night. Yeah, he must be anointed. Somebody on the other side is watching him. They cannot get to him. That means, trust me, there's a higher power here that don't want nothing to happen to him, whether you like it or not. You don't have that many assassination attempts on your life and nothing. This is another power greater than us that says no, not right now. It's not happening. There's change that got to go on in this world. Honestly, there's got to be, because the old system is not working. Is not working. And whoever it is, they want to crush it. And I don't quite understand it, and we're not going to understand it until maybe years later on what's really going on. All right, Christy, have a good one. No, the cars were flying on their way to the White House. Because it was reported that him and JD Vance canceled their plans and they're headed back to the White House because his son got married. So he canceled all of his plans and they rushed back. Apparently, I guess when he got there, or he wasn't even in yet, the shots were fired, I believe. I don't think he was. He might have been in the White House because you remember the press was outside. The press usually don't hang outside unless he's on his way or he already went in the White House. That's why you saw the press running, because he had just got back and then the shots rang out. But that whatever it is, that entity is not going to harm him. There's a higher power greater than us that's protecting him. That whoever it is, they got their hand on him. He is here to carry out a mission. That's what it is. He's been talking about this since the 1980s. You said there's a neurological disorder running rampant. It is. I feel that it is. People are acting weird. You can't even post something without somebody getting offended. But let me tell you something though, Joe. There's power in ignoring people. There's power in it. Remember, you have no, it's not Cap. I don't think it's Cap. You think it's Cap about the assassination attempt? A lot of people think that. No, it's not Cap. He was already in the White House when the shots rang out, but I think he had just got back in when the shots rang out. Whoever it was, they might have been waiting for him. But it would have been for no reason, because it's hard to, the car is bulletproof. And the way he goes in, he's positioned to where you can't get a shot off on him. They do that for security reasons. They have him get out a certain way. I don't seen everything in my lifetime. Now I remember when the Pope got shot. I remember that. And a lot of people said, "Really, Max?" Like, nope, it wasn't no Mandela effect. I remember when the Pope got shot. It was live on TV. I was like 6 years old. I remember it. He got shot multiple times too, and then he went down. I never forget it. It was Pope John Paul. I remember him getting shot. I remember it because I was home. I was home at the time, and I was sitting in front of the TV, and somebody in my house said, "Oh my God, he just got shot." I remember it. That's why they came up with the Pope Mobile. He got shot multiple times, at least twice. So everything's happened now. So it's not a conspiracy. You just have people out here that be trying to do stuff. You said there are many very lost in anger, disdain, and pure hatred that they aren't strong enough to know how to control. Yeah, I know. It is going on. I know. It is. Trump wants his damn ball. You see that they are constructing it. I see the cranes out there. You said watch the bills, they're gonna pass. You say you're not Catholic, but you like Pope John Paul to say. For me, he's the Pope for me. I can't get with the other popes. He's the only Pope for me. Like he just looked like a Pope. Like the other ones, I don't like that it's another Pope. Like he's all the only Pope I know. It's weird how I think like that. Remember how the PA incident bumped his ratings in the midterm? That's what you're trying to say? You let me bump these ratings real quick. He can't catch a break. How they know he was coming back to the White House? They announced it. They announced it on the news because you could see him rushing back. They said that him and Vance is headed back, and he canceled all his plans. And that's why the press was outside the White House. I guess when he get there, they want to talk to him. But thank God he didn't go to the press to talk to him, and he would have got shot. That's crazy. I've seen the Pope kind of up close, Deb, when he came to Newark. Actually, I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you. I was. Because we waited out there. We waited and waited and waited. My feet was hurting. We waited and waited and waited and waited just to get a good glimpse at the Pope. When he went by his Pope mobile, and finally he went by. But I was so far away, I wasn't up close on him. But I did see his motorcade. He stopped by Sacred Heart Cathedral in Newark, New Jersey. That's where I graduated at. We had our graduation high school graduation ceremony at Sacred Heart Cathedral in Newark. And one of the fathers that we knew, he had got promoted. He's a cardinal or something. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how he got I don't know how he made it up that far. But he was one of the people that was there when the latest pope got confirmed. He was there. I don't know if he was on the committee, but he was there. It was like a big thing for us for him to be there. That's kind of cool. His latest pope is from Chicago. He's from the United States. But when they announced him for the first time, I put on the Bulls music. Remember when Jordan and them used to come out? I put that on. You say you only predict things getting more tribal and manic. I feel the same way, Joe. What's the solution? Just stay out of the way. But things are getting more tribal. Like if you don't agree with the collective, they'll attack you. You said I'm saying the gunman, how did he know he was coming back? They had announced it on the news. And there was a lot of people out there because for the events that they had. They also have a lot of bikes in town. They ride for the veterans. A lot of former veterans that have Harleys and stuff, they do a ride that day. Then they'll go to the tomb of the unknown soldier, stuff like that. Yeah, just Joe, they have a whole bunch of stuff out to try to divide people. You know, the whole Chud the Builder situation. I felt like somebody sent them. But whoever sent him, they can't help him right now. That's why he's sitting up there looking confused. Who is directing the diversions? I don't know. Oh, diversionary tact. I had read it wrong. Who could be doing it, Deb, is like the unseen hand. You know, people that try this controlling everything from the sidelines. All right, let's see what else is going on. Oh, Steve's still on his break. Most of the reporters, they knew it was gunfire. Uh-oh, what's her name is trending? Nancy Guthrie. Let me see what's happening. A suspect ID'd in the Nancy Guthrie abduction. Let me see. Uh-oh.
Suspect in Nancy Guthrie's abduction. Who is Thomas Ocioni, you ask? Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. Yep, he is married to Savannah Guthrie's older sister, Annie. Annie and Thomaso were the last two people to be seen with Nancy when they dropped her off at her house at 9:45 on Saturday night. Banfield claims that her source says not only is 50-year-old Sione the prime suspect, police have towed Annie's car in for forensic testing as they believe it's linked to the abduction and is suspected to have been seen near Nancy's home in the middle of the night.
Thomas Ocioni is the prime suspect, her son-in-law. I told y'all. They getting ready to make an arrest. And they towed their car for forensic analysis. Yep. It's the son-in-law. Wait, what is this? Let's see. And I also believe that too. Whoever showed up on that camera, they had a Hollywood mask on. They could have had a Hollywood mask on. But she's trending. I think an arrest is going to be made soon. Now, here's the thing. If he gets arrested, the daughter's getting arrested too. His wife is. But that means she'd have been in on it. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're gonna make an arrest soon. I think he did it, and he had somebody else was helping him. I don't know how he gonna think he get away with that. But when you think about what's taking the authority so long, they're making sure their T's are crossed, I's are dotted before they make an arrest. Yeah, Thomas O'Deb. I think everybody is leaning towards him now because he was the last person to see her, and they took the car for forensic analysis. Yeah, I'm like, everything's pointed towards him. But if I'm a betting man, he has some help. It's crazy, guys. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back a little later. I think maybe I'll cover Nancy Guthrie because that's breaking as well. It look like this thing at the White House is under control. At some point, maybe they'll find something in the suspect's house, or maybe had a note on him. Let us know why he did this. I don't know, but yeah, guys, I will come back soon. Anything breaking, I'll be back. But yeah, I'll be back shortly.